on behalf of Business Standard, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this evening. The Business Standard Awards were instituted in 2000, the paper's Silver Jubilee year. They have been recognizing quality in business ever since then. And with each passing year, they become a benchmark for recognizing corporate performance and excellence. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, to start the awards ceremony itself, I'd like to call on Mr. T. Thomas, the Chairman of Business Standard, to welcome you all here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thomas.
On behalf of everyone at Business Standard and of this distinguished audience, I would like to welcome Mr. Montek Singh Ahluwalia to this awards functions this evening. As Deputy Chairman of the Planning Commission, he has the status of a Cabinet Minister and is the right-hand man of our Prime Minister, Manmohan Singh. Mr. Ahluwalia, please.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. All the awards being presented today have first been announced at different points in the calendar year, timed with special publications brought out by Business Standard. For each award, a short list was prepared on the basis of financial or technical parameters, and those who met those parameters were then polled formally by Business Standard's Board of Editors to select the winner. The first category we recognize today is the automobile sector, where we have 2 awards. Only new cars that were launched in the calendar year 2006 qualified for the first award. Among many other cars, the Chevrolet Aveo UVA was put through a test of over 6,000 kilometers by Business Standard Motoring. Its contemporary lines, interior space, big car feel, and a brilliant value-for-money price tag left no doubt that the Aveo UVA would win the Business Standard Motoring Car of the Year award. So, could I call Rajiv Chhabra, President and Managing Director of General Motors India, to come receive the award from Mr. Ahluwalia. In 2006, a new award category was introduced, the Most Innovative Company of the Year. Last year's winner was Deccan Aviation. Could I call Mr. V.N. Dhuth, Chairman of Videocon Industries, to come up on stage to give away the Videocon Most Innovative Company of the Year award. Like other awards, the selection of this one too has been done by Business Standard's editors. Ladies and gentlemen, the Videocon Most Innovative Company of the Year is Mozarbeer, a company that turned the home video movie market on its head by launching movie titles in DVDs for 34 rupees and VCDs for 26. They haven't stopped there. Their latest innovation is in renewable energy and the manufacture of solar panels. And could I ask Deepak Puri, Chairman of Mozarbeer, to come up on stage. Care to address the audience?
Thank you, Mr. Montek Ahluwalia. Ladies and gentlemen, at Mozarbeer, innovation is a way of life. Thank you.
Now we come to the Star Awards, and these are given to the best performing company in each of 4 categories: the public sector, multinationals, unlisted firms, and the small and medium enterprise sector. If you look at India's small and medium enterprises, you understand the depth of this country's corporate sector. Picking a winner from among the SME companies wasn't easy, but at Business Standard we finally focused on one company that's made a mark. Its journey began 31 years ago with an auto-stop cylinder letterpress. Today, it is the country's largest manufacturer for printing presses, with a 65% share of the domestic market and also one of the biggest in the world, with a 30% share. The star SME of the year, ladies and gentlemen, is Monograph India. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to ask a very old family friend, Mr. Sanat Shah, Chairman of Monograph, to come up on stage.
Chief guest, Mr. Montex Ahluwalia, Mr. Thomas, Chairman of the Business Standard, Mr. Ninan. I am very happy to be here this evening against this August gathering. I am also thankful to Business Standard for giving this award. As you all know, success of any organization doesn't go to any single person. It is largely due to effort of all employees working there. Therefore, I would like to dedicate this award to all my employees, Monograph Parivar, and would like to accept this on their behalf with all humility and gratitude. Thank you very much.
"23 years ago, Pradeep Jain began as a broker for residential properties in Delhi. Today, his real estate company owns assets with a total saleable area of 10.8 crore square feet under construction, with a presence in 41 cities across 14 states. Parsvnath Developers is this year's star company amongst all unlisted firms in India. And could I call Mr. Jain on the stage to come receive the award from Mr. Ahluwalia?
Good evening, friends. On behalf of Parsvnath Parivar, I like to thank Business Standard to give me honor. Thank you very much.
Among public sector companies this year, the winner is Bharat Heavy Engineering Limited. It was incorporated 40 years ago to make the country self-reliant in the manufacture of power plant equipment. It's now well on its way to meet its strategic plan to emerge as an Indian multinational engineering enterprise. And I'd like to call on stage Mr. Ashok Puri, Chairman and Managing Director of BHEL.
I received this award on behalf of the entire BHL family, without whose contribution this achievement would not have been possible. Thank you.
They say India does well in services, not manufacturing. Well, if you want to disprove that, all you need to do is look at Siemens India. It's riding high in its 50th year. Its order book grew by 97% year-on-year last year. And the Siemens India growth story lies in its capability in integrating diverse products, systems and services into turnkey solutions across the life cycle of a project. And so, the star MNC of the year is Siemens. And could I ask Mr. Vijay Paranjpe, Director of Siemens, to come up on stage and receive the award?
Mr. Ahluwalia, Mr. Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, I consider this as my privilege, my honor, to receive this award on behalf of the House of Siemens. Thank you very much.
Turning to the financial sector now, our debt fund manager of the year is Ritesh Jain. He's head of fixed income at Kotak Mahindra Asset Management. In 2006, when rising interest rates were interspersed with short rallies, Predicting the road ahead would have been like being in a dark alley and hoping for a fortuitous turn. Not only did Ritesh survive the unpredictable market conditions, he bettered the category and benchmark returns by a wide margin. Ladies and gentlemen, Ritesh Jain.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This award goes to the entire team, which always strives to be the best in the industry. And lest I forget, thanks to all the investors for being a great support to us. Thank you.
The Equity Fund Manager of the Year, Anup Bhaskar, was Head of Equities at Sundaram BNP Paribas, which had a dream run in the past 1 year. Anup makes money by selling stocks when they have reached their peak, and he's managed to give 51% returns over the year and nearly 70% over the last 3 years for the Sundaram Select Mid Cap Fund. Ladies and gentlemen, Anup Bhaskar.
First of all, I'd like to thank Sundaram for giving me the opportunity to actually manage the fund in 2003. And a lot of people out here would have forgotten 2003 was the time when actually it was very difficult to get a job in the market. Today we are seeing a bull market, so everyone is being chased for jobs. And there was a small team which really helped me do all this. And I would like to thank them also. Thanks a lot. Bye.
This evening, there are some people who will probably refute this statement, but there are some of us who still believe that business is a partnership. And to celebrate that partnership, we have one on stage, a Jugalbandi, as it happens. So I'd like to call up, and I think I saw them in the audience over there, Tawfiq Qureshi and Niladri Kumar. final award in the financial sector is to the Banker of the Year. He's India's original retail king, transforming ICICI into a juggernaut. In 5 years, he's built a retail portfolio of over 100,000 crores, which accounts for 69% of the bank's total assets. His aspiration is to raise ICICI Bank's market capitalization from $15 to $20 billion currently to over $100 billion. The Banker of the Year is KV Kamath, Managing Director and CEO of ICICI Bank.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Business Standard. This is for Team ICICI Bank. Thank you.
The last and possibly most coveted award of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is the CEO of the Year. The performance yardsticks here are medium-term growth in sales and profits, the efficient use of capital, returns to shareholders, and prospects of continued growth performance. Past winners of this prime award have been Mukesh Ambani, Ratan Tata, Narayan Murthy, amongst others. Sunil Bharti Mittal is Chairman and Group CEO of Bharti Enterprises. He started off selling bicycle parts in Ludhiana and later hawking imported portable generators in an auto rickshaw. Today, he's at the forefront of India's phenomenal telecom growth and counts Rothschilds, Vodafone, Singtel, AXA, and now Walmart amongst his business partners. Mr. Mittal has been chosen for making Airtel the largest telecom company. Ladies and gentlemen, Sunil Mittal.
Thank you very much, Business Standard. Thanks for this award. When you move a company from $5 million to $5 billion in about 10 years, one does expect to be Entrepreneur of the Year, Business Leader, Businessman. But when you're recognized as the CEO of the Year, there's something not very naturally that comes to an entrepreneur. It's a recognition that you have run the company well, you have grown the brand well. And I must say this is truly heartening to see that the CEO award has been finally conferred of the CEO of Bharti Enterprises, I would say in particular Bharti Airtel. And finally, I must say that this award would not have been possible without the voting of over 40 million customers, and I think more importantly, about 50,000 people who weave the magic at Airtel. Thank you.
He's been particularly silent through most of the evening while I've been doing all the talking. So could I now request Mr. Montek Singh Ahluwalia to address the gathering.
Mr. Thomas, Nainan, friends, I'd like to begin by adding my own word of congratulations to all the people who've received awards. The prize winners range from people who are extremely well known to companies that are less well known, and I really want to congratulate all the award winners for the awards they've received. Business Standard is, I suppose we all read the Business Standard. Certainly I do read the Business Standard and enjoy reading it. It's sort of interesting. I believe this award has been going on for 8 years now, and I can imagine that by the time the 10th year of the award happens, it'll be very interesting for Business Standard to review the effectiveness of the choices they've made, especially as far as the smaller companies are concerned, although actually it's just as important for the larger companies benchmarked against their own competitors. So I'm really looking forward 2 years down the road to seeing the Business Standard evaluate the effectiveness of its own method of choice. But there's no doubt that a system in which I believe 20 of the Business Standard editors actually vote on who should win the award is a pretty impressive and independent system. So all those who've received the award have every right to think that it is a valuable award, and I'd like to add my own word of congratulations. Thank you very much.
And if I could now call on someone who looks far better than I do on television and speaks far better as well, certainly writes better too. Ladies and gentlemen, if there were a Business Editor of the Year award, it would go to this man.
Montague, Mr. Thomas, all our award winners and friends. It's my pleasant duty to say thanks to all of you actually, and it's very nice to have you with us. Thank you very much.